I hope that this message finds you, the viewer, in a timely manner. Please use your discernment with these messages, as not all messages and not all cards may be for you. And so, if you're connecting with me in the here and now, I want to say welcome in, welcome through. Take your seat, get comfortable, pack your kids away for the night, and give yourself the biggest opportunity to literally just chill out and hang out and sit back and relax as I interact with Spirit to bring you the collective messages for your highest good, so that we may all continue to ascend within our own lives, within our own timelines, to the height and adventure that we desire. I'm hearing my mother's dog yip yapping, so somebody must have gotten home. Heavenly Father, Holy Spirit, Divine Mother, I ask that you send in your 5 angelic children to protect this space, to consecrate this space for the divine intention of delivering collective messages to each and every person who connects with this meaningfully, with the attitude of gratitude, knowing full well that we experience this reality together and no one person wins by themselves, just like no one person loses by themselves. And so, in that attitude, in that position of receptivity, I open this space up to all of you. So, welcome through. Hello. I hope you have had a wonderful day. Today is Thursday here in Victoria. It is the 13th of the 11th. Thursday again, not Friday. The 13th. Thursday the 13th. And so, however it is that you're connecting with this message today, I hope that you use the energy that is offered here today to you, the viewer, again, for your highest good, for the highest good of all of those who are intertwined with you in your quantum field, right? Let's all win together. I'm going to grab a coffee real quickly while everybody comes on through. G'day, Reggie. I'm sure Lilith is going to come through maybe. We did hang out just before, but if she's keen for a reading, she'll get one. Shirley, if she comes back through. Yeah, it's all of the moderators that participate and help keep this space safe. I thank you. So yeah, once I get this coffee going, I'll come back to the screen. The benefit of me having my microphone on is that I get to walk away and talk to you and still be transmitting to you, even though dead video is also a no-no. But yeah, I've got candles on that should give ambiance. I've got the smoke going, which should give ambiance. You know, I did what I could, and I'm trying to keep it going by talking, so I might just stay to the point here. Oh, I was playing E.T. just before I started this, actually. Lead me into the night, kiss me, kiss me, infect me with your loving, fill me with your poison, take me, take me, I wanna be a victim, ready for abduction. 3 AI Atlas, do your own research, it's supernatural, extraterrestrial. And that's the problem with listening to music before coming into a channeled session. Everything becomes part of the mix, and if you know, you know. So to all of my fellow YouTube readers, namely showing up here regularly, Desiree, g'day. Elizabeth, g'day. Brooklyn Born Tara, g'day. Desiree has a couple of channels. Brooklyn Born Tarot is Brooklyn Born Tarot. She is Brooklyn, and Elizabeth is from the More Intuitive Me. They are a triad of women who I look up to somewhat. They're very strong, they're independent, they're very capable of doing what they're doing and just kicking goals and taking names and kicking goals for the sake of kicking their own personal goals. So yeah, I'm just going to cleanse the space from the previous reading. I did want to do a sage, with relation to the energy readings, I will say here and now, if you're getting an energy reading, don't feel the need and actually don't over disclose any information. I do want to look after your privacy in this way, and I want you to look after your own privacy as well. So any information that may be resonating with you or triggering some kind of responses within you, please use your own discernment to know what is actually for you and what you should leave behind, right? Don't take messages that aren't for you, because ultimately you're going to hurt yourself. And that's not the intention of this channel. The intention of this channel is to help you realize who you are, where your power, where your source of creativity, where your source of life comes from, and ultimately to give everybody the chance to really rise to their own full potential, full success. So yes, in the here and now, I thank you all for using your own discernment, taking what messages are for you, and really participating meaningfully in the chat. It is a super huge deal for me to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm just super grateful. I'm super honored to be able to even be able to connect with Source the way that I do, so that I can bring messages out to you guys. And I'm also just blessed with the opportunity to be able to be doing this on a regular basis. So yeah. All right. Oh no. Where on earth do I disappear all my things to? Anyway, here we go. There it is. I have my ceiling window open, for those keeping track with my smoke. I'm all right. I'm not going to pass out or anything. I've got a window open at the above, so it is all escaping straight up, which is nice, but it's also just escaping straight up, which is a bit wasteful. But yes, this smoke is rose, eucalyptus, and lavender, I believe. I did actually put this into a video. It's somewhere on my YouTube, you know. Lilith, hello. Lilith came back. Hello, how are you? Lilith, meet Reggie. Reggie, meet Lilith. You two are pretty cool. I have only met Lilith digitally, but yeah. Feels like we vibe at the same wavelength, if not just a little bit outside of each other's exact wavelength, but yeah. I made a video of this incense, actually. You will be able to find it anyway. I don't really want to look over there too much, but yeah. Hello, fun. I don't know. What is paganism? You tell me. That's a really good question. That coffee is so hot. All right, let's do this. For the highest good of all within the collective, please, Spirit. Help me to deliver messages clearly, concisely, for the greater good of all who are participating within this video meaningfully, those that come in the energy seeking guidance for their own lives, for their own way forward. I do not want to be a healer to those who do not know how to heal themselves. I do not want to be a teacher for those who do not know how to learn for themselves. I do not want to be a guide for those who do not know where they are already going. This page, this channel, this collective is one that is dedicated to self-discovery, self-enlightenment, and ultimately bringing what they have learned inside of their solitude to the collective experience, so that we can all elevate at the same pace or near on, right? It's so that we can continue moving forward in the way that we see is meaningful and actually connect with reality in a way that will bring us energy and not sap energy from us. And so I say thank you everybody who is connecting in the here and now. Hopefully that wasn't too much for everyone, but yeah. Let's get into the reading, shall we? Today I am using Mike Orion's deck. So we are going with 22 cards today. This is a 22 card reading. And in this 22 card reading, I will be reading for all signs from Aries to Pisces. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo. Cancer, Leo, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aries, and Pisces. The external part of this wheel you can use at your own discernment. You can use it with your ascendant house. You can use the internal for your sun or your moon or your south, whatever it is that you're doing with the energy. Use it wisely. Use it as it fits. Don't try and make it fit. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. If you force it, you're going to go through the karmic lesson that comes with it. Use your discernment. You will know if a message is for you. You will know if a message is not for you. You will know if what I am saying is resonating with you, because you will not have to do anything to keep the message inside your experience. I now say, welcome to the House of Fun. Please enjoy the next 22 cards that are about to be read. If you are resonating with this message, please remember to leave a like. If you want to let me know what resonated with you in the comments after the live has gone to being posted, you can do that and we can start up a little conversation. If you want to have a little bit more private conversation, feel free to email me. My email is inside of my description box on my channel. I also have a PayPal donation link, so if you feel called, not necessary just now. I am trying to push towards having subscribers, so the best way that you can support me now, and it is for free, is potentially putting on a playlist while you sleep. I am moving to have some kind of binaural beat available in the future, but yeah, the playing that I've been doing with Fruity Loops requires a little bit more practice and patience than I realized, and yeah. So eventually I will have sound music coming from actual me doing this. But for now, yeah, the best way you can support me is by actually engaging with content that you resonate with. I'm not asking you to watch something that you don't want to watch. That's really painful, but yeah. If you're understanding what I'm saying, the best way to support me is to subscribe, share these videos with anyone that they might resonate with. And then, yeah, that will keep me going, attending, helping more and more people as we go along. And literally, there are 752, I think was the number that we were at. I don't even know. There's 721. Sorry, I'm a little bit dyslexic. 721 people following this thing that we're all doing here together. Like, I get that I'm the one sitting in front of the camera, but you're the ones sitting behind the screen interacting with this content meaningfully, interacting with this content as it does resonate with you. And that's magic for somebody on my side who gets to express their art just from this place of purity, from this place of honesty, and really from this place of invitation. It's an invitation to allow your energy to either align with what's going on or move along, really, because the internet is a big place and we don't all have to interact and sit with one another at the same table. And so when we can see that people are achieving what they want to achieve and are really benefiting from the way that they're showing up in their reality, all that we can do really, if we want to support them, is cheer them on in the way that we can, whatever that looks like. For some people, being cheered on is being reminded through some kind of, I don't know, report thing. I don't even know what I'm talking about there. In school, it was like you would do tests and you would see where your progress is. I guess what I'm saying is, if you give yourself the opportunity to build something for yourself, If you give yourself to the opportunity to experience reality as it's unfolding for you, deciding how you interpret what messages come through for you, this is you ultimately taking the position of a magician, really. Standing inside of the energy of a magician, it's like you've got everything that you need within you at all times. So speaking more to the zodiac readings that I did earlier today, well, I did them throughout 3 different sessions, but yeah. Hello, Miss Shirley. Hello, Lilith. G'day, fun again. And Pavan. Hello. I think that I began this reading at the very beginning quite quickly, so if you don't mind, you can jump back to the start of the reading. Damn, that got hot. Woo! That got hot. And just skip ahead until you see the first card, but I haven't even gotten to the first card, but I have been downloading and channeling. So I will be shuffling for 2 more cards and then I will start this reading. So welcome in everybody. Sorry that I've taken 15 minutes and 45 seconds to start this reading, but here we are. Collective. Here we go. So at the very center of this reading, I'm seeing the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Wands, Swords. Freudian slip. All right. 10 Wands energy. Woo! Woo! The 10 of Wands energy is not necessarily good energy, but because it's inside the center collective, as you know, I will run it as it runs itself. Sorry, I got distracted by what I was doing. I literally have so many cards popping out at the beginning that it's like almost set up. So Spirit, now... That's it. That's too many cards. Spirit, I'm putting them back. Anyway. 22 cards are sitting in front of me. That was the quickest they've ever flown out of the deck. So obviously I'm not going to be wasting much time in pulling these cards. And it means that this is going to flow nice and easily. So if you settle back, I hope you've got your snack, your drink, your cushions, your covers, you're comfortable, you're ready. The energy within this reading is going to be fun. I promise it's going to be fun for the most part. And anything that's too difficult, we'll work through it together, right? That's what we're here to do within the collective experience. So for anybody just coming in, hello, g'day, grand rising, or grand evening, grand setting, as that would be. I'm going to quickly look at chat and then we're going to get into the reading. So yeah, welcome in, and yeah, all right. Close your eyes, make a wish. You're in a world of pure imagination. Living here, you'll be free if you truly wish to be. If you want to view paradise, simply look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world. There's nothing to it. take that Six of Cups energy and do with it what you will. Woo! All right, we're gonna step it up a bit. Hecate Cerebus. I call you in here now. Ward the gate. Isis, Osiris, Sekhmet, Ma'at, be present at the quarters. This is a collective message. It is general in nature. It is not a personal reading. If you would like a personal reading, please use my email, which is in my channel description, to organize that. That is the only way which I will reach out or reach back to you. So, at the beginning of this reading, welcome in everybody. At the very beginning of this reading, I have the Ten of Wands in the center. So, like I said before, the Ten of Wands is somewhat a burden. It talks about exhaustion, but it mostly talks about going on. This 10 energy is a completion. It is a closing of the cycle point. It is a recycling point. It's where you drop your 9 wands and you carry on the 1 wand that actually served you through getting to that experience of the 10. You don't hold on to things that are no longer for you, and you literally release to the collective experience. What is the collective experience? You have reached a level of spiritual maturity that tells me that when Spirit speaks to you, it doesn't just speak to you quickly, it doesn't speak to you quietly, it speaks to you loudly. More so, you'll know that this message is for you if you're somebody who gets not just 1 or 2 or 3 confirmations, but maybe even 4 or 5, a lot more than is usual. Outside of the normal, for sure. I myself get 1 or 2 or 3, but then yeah, outside of that, I don't see the repeating thing, and I usually try to slow down and see what that message means for me. And so, with justice coming out inside of your creativity and intellect position, I sense that literally you've gone through something collective that required you to balance the equation internally. Having 10 of Wands being at the center of this reading really tells me that you were either able to alchemize all of the experiences that you were having into power for you to propel yourself forward, or you were able to blindly follow whatever spirit was investing inside of your spirit to actually adhere to and hold on to. That's very much fixed energy there, I'm feeling. But even then, this energy within this card would be mutable, and the energy in this card is cardinal. So starting from a mutable place, starting from a place where things could have gone one way or the other, we then move down into your career and wisdom position. This position here is responsible, this card here is responsible for how you're showing up internally. I want to say that way. Internally. You are doing whatever you're doing, and it's giving you an internal victory. That's what I literally wanted to say. What you're doing right now is bringing you success, and you're literally just able to achieve whatever you're wanting to achieve quite easy. It's accomplishment after accomplishment after accomplishment. Maybe the experience was somewhat a tower. It could have felt like an upheaval. It could have felt like an absolute changing of your foundations. But sometimes these situations, especially when passion is involved, they can be a little bit more exciting. They can be a little bit more erotic even. I hope that I'm talking to only adults here. I do expect that I am, though. We know what happens when too many chefs in the kitchen. The food ends up tasting like it's from all sorts of continents. It's a bit of a more chaotic depenzo. And so, as if almost by intuition, you're able to move through your situations more and more easily. You bring the insight of the High Priestess to your energy in your presentations, like at least in the way that you're presenting with other people, connecting with other people, because I'm sensing that a lot of passions are exchanged from your energy to other people's energy. You have had to have a certain amount of control over your emotions. I'm sensing that I might be talking to empaths, maybe people who are light workers, energy workers, grid workers. You'll know who you are if this message is resonating for you. Overall, I'm sensing a lot of power. It could be speaking more to the fire, but it also feels very cardinal in this Center 9 reading. So you will know if this message is for you. Please use your own discernment. Yeah, don't take away messages that might not be for you. because yeah, they come with the karma too, right? The lesson that was experienced to be able to sit here and deliver what I can deliver. It came through me being able to connect with spirit and source through my integrity train and path, and making sure that I'm pure of heart so that I can be here and now and just deliver what's coming through. So here with the Page of Wands coming out. Now this card here speaks to Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could talk to somebody who presents as quite curious, somebody who presents as creative, maybe someone who expresses quite enthusiastic. Either which way, the energy does come across as somebody who is delivering a message. This message might incite senses of passion within you. It might excite you to actually move in a certain new direction. I don't know what this direction will be, but I do have the Ace of Wands coming out next. So you use your intuition here with the High Priestess. You use your ability to receive messages from Spirit, maybe from Archangel Michael himself or Metatron here. You receive messages from Spirit and they tell you exactly how to move. You intuitively know exactly where to go, what move to make, and so you move there. The passion that you've got on the inside, it feels like you've done some kind of inner work, inner child healing. And so if you have that in conjunction with the higher self, with the High Priestess coming out there, and then you moving towards the Ace of Wands energy, I just know that your passion right now is so inflamed. The inspiration that is leading you forward right now is something that is making you want to be assertive with reality, making you want to be assertive with collective. You are manifesting more and more and more in alignment with your passions at the moment. So if you are able to see what you're wanting to achieve within your reality, that you're already somewhat on the way there to having it within your reality. The manifestation trails, there are many ways to get to the end of to the top of a mountain, but ultimately it's your sense of comfort throughout, your sense of exertion throughout. However you choose to experience your reality is really how the reality will manifest itself for you. And it falls down onto your choices. It falls down onto all of the connections that you have within your reality, the way that you choose to interact with your reality, especially here, expressing yourself through Nine of Cups energy. Nine of Cups energy talks to good luck, happiness, and abundance. So if you're expressing yourself from a place of abundance, literally, if you're operating from a place of abundance and that's how you're ready to express yourself within the collective field, within the 3D field, the material world, then I just know that you've done enough work within yourself to be sitting within a Pisces, like an ascended Pisces level of readiness. You can go through the situations quite easily now. It's up to you. You can decide what is resonating for you from your whole experience. It's not just a matter of me saying those words here and now and them being relevant to what's happening here and now. Those words actually carry. When you go into your reality and you decide, wait, sirens, I don't resonate with that, then sirens disappear from your experience. Now, if you live in a busy city, don't mind that. But what I'm talking about is the way that you decide to interact with reality inside of your mind before manifesting it into the 3D reality by making it a sound with your mouth. You internally are sitting at this point. This point here is good luck, happiness, and abundance. I already friggin' said that. It's the good boy energy of this whole thing. It's like you've done work inside of yourself where you're celebrating yourself, you're giving yourself your own accolades before arriving at collective. What I'm talking about, the energy behind this, is justice and the Page of Wands. You actually giving yourself the awareness of what drives you, what direction do I want to go in, where do I want to go, what is it that I want to do with my life. That's what gives you this balance. That's what literally brings you to your own sense of justice. You will walk through your experiences knowing that everything that is for you will appear for you, and everything that is not won't. You have done enough work on your internal. Please let me reassure you, you've done enough work on the inside. You've even carried burdens for other people. I can sense that. You're somebody with a lot of empathy, somebody with a lot of compassion. You may be an advocate for people here and now. Somebody that knows what good looks like. Somebody that knows what like standards are for health and standards are for success. Like, I don't know, personal success mostly. Woo, take a breath. The reason I hold on. Ooh, 'cause I need this whole gone. Oh dear. Shirley, is everything okay? Shirley, is everything okay? Ooh, 'cause I need... Okay, anyway. I'll double check that. Yeah, all good. Cheers. Sorry. Thank you so much for being here, Shirley. I just saw your name last and I thought, is there, as long as everything's okay, everything's okay. All right, at the foundation of this reading today, this is the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is a meticulous thinker. She has a lot of time and energy within her experience to afford herself the luxury of thinking about the things that she would like to have inside of her life. She's using her intelligence, she's using her objectivity to really manifest that into her reality. This could look like her achieving a dream job. This could look like her finally getting that appointment with that vendor or something like this. It's like you having poured out enough time and energy into your own desires, into your own heart, giving yourself time to heal from whatever you needed to heal from past energy experiences. And I will say, if you're new here, welcome through. First 9 cards you use to discern whether or not you resonate with the message. And then after those 9 cards, if you ever catch a future live, just jump back to the live feature and then that's it. The first 9 cards are almost done. And then after that's done, I will chat. So that quick check-in was just making sure that everything was good. So, you didn't just come to this heightened sense of mental power, this heightened sense of sharpness. You came to it by spending a lot of time working on what you were proud of and also working on what you wanted to express with pride, without shame, without guilt. You intuitively needed to do some shadow work that allowed you to express in this way. And so your career might be taking an absolute thriving moment because you have chosen to do some shadow work and understand that by doing shadow work, you allow yourself in your current here and now to not have the burdens of the past. You allow yourself to fully integrate into your current experience, not even having the burdens of the past, really, by this point. You having found peace inside your own experience, not having to fully adopt, fully integrate into the collective experience until you were ready. You learned how to hone your own passion. You learned how to master your own wand. You mastered this wand, and that's what's being reflected back to you. Your powerful mastery is going to be reflected back to you in a way that you may not be expecting or you may not anticipate. But overall, the thing that I'm seeing you become, collective, to all of you, to each one of you who's resonating with this right now, literally, and there's been 8 of you. Thank you for letting me know that. I get the Fool in your becoming. This card here literally is the first card of the major arcana. This card here talks about new beginnings, innocence, opportunity, leap of faith. This card here, when it shows up in the becoming, it's telling me that you have somewhat gone through the experience. You've gone through the experience. You've been willing to go through the experience, and your willingness to look at the hard, difficult parts of reality, your willingness to actually participate with reality in authenticity, in honesty, showing up for yourself, showing up as yourself. This is what allows you to enact or embody full energy. And when you're giving yourself new doorways, new opportunities, new pathways into your reality, this is where that internal justice, also, I didn't mention any of the zodiacs that came up there. With the 9 of Cups, I get Pisces energy, 10 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Is that so? Yes, that is. Libra with Justice, 6 of Wands speaks to Leo energy for me. The Fool, I don't know. That's almost, I don't know. High Priestess, don't know. Ace of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And so, I am at the 9 card point here and now. I'm going to, from here, put the rewind reminder. So, please rewind to the start For context, I forgot to look at the time when I started reading the cards, but oh well. Approximately 15 minutes in. Then, after 9 cards, join us at the live. Thank you in advance for cooperation. Cooperation. And for vibing, really. Ta-ta-ta-ta. All right, cool. So I'll leave that there. Alrighty. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Everyone, I don't have FOMO. I just don't want to be rude. So hello, Reggie, Lilith, Amber, g'day. We are half-ish way through the reading already. Fingers crossed. Something will resonate for you, but yeah. We're about to do the external 12. I know that you're an Aquarius. Also, you want a reading, so I might just write that down so that I don't forget. But yeah, if you're still around, Amber Aqua, there it is. Pavan, if you're still here later, he's a Virgo. So literally either these people have come through before or my moderators, Lilith, Shirley, Reggie, are doing an awesome job of letting you guys know what's up. So teamwork makes the dream work. I hope that I can share enough love and light with all of you so that I can keep deserving you guys. Yeah, because this is great. Together, it's great. Back once again for the Renegade Master. Master. Boop, 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 boop. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. I can do that. I actually remember how to do that. Danger, Will Robinson. Here we go. Oh, I miss my cat so much, Shirley. All right. Hyacinth, konnichiwa minasan, ¿cómo estás hoy día? I hope you're having a good day. Billy Joel, don't want to be an American idiot. Aries, okay, sure. Sherlyn, hi. 15 minutes, approximately 15 minutes, and I'm back up to date. Oh, that's huge. Ooh. Yeah, thank you, Lilith. All right, Dulce Montes. G'day, ¿cómo está? Don't wanna be an American idiot. One nation controlled by the media. All right, I caught up with chat. Anybody that comes through, fingers crossed I can see you. Hello. 15 minutes into the video was when I started the reading, but the channel sort of did start coming into that. So yeah, if you have any questions at the end, feel free to ask at the end. At the end of the 22 cards, I will open up. I will change the segment over to an open energy reading. What that means is I will pull up to 3 cards. More if they fall out, happy to read them. I'll read them shotgun. It's just one card after another, but otherwise I will try to make it fit for your star sign according to the external parts of this reading. So obviously, use your discernment. Make sure that you're enjoying the message that's coming through with your particular position within the external 12. That way, when the message comes through, there's no surprises. You're getting a message that you're already somewhat aware of. We're just leaving it up to spirit for the extra cards that will come out from me using another deck. So I feel like I've given enough disclaimers. I feel like I've integrated enough of the information. I feel like we can flow from here and have a good time. So with that being said, let's get ready to rumble. Alright, everything's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. So, reminder, 10 of Wands projects through Justice, and 6 of Wands, which project through into the Fool. And then, at the very beginning of this reading, at 1 o'clock, the first house, the first stop, here we get the energy of the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands talks to strength, completion, and determination. I'm sensing that for you to take this leap of faith with the Fool coming out before it, and for it to manifest on the outside for you, collective, however you're resonating, however you're taking this message, for an explanation, if you just start at the wheel and maybe write this down, take a pen and paper, write down the external 12 as I go, you just need to adjust that to your star sign to be number 1, and that's how the message will come through for you. The outside circuit does close, and so it is a loop that you should figure out how to make work for you. This is a little bit of an Easter egg on how my spread works, but yeah, everybody can get something from this if they know how to interact with it, so I guess it's a good place for me here and now to be expressing how to interact with it. For those keeping score, all 16 of you, if you're keeping score. The energy coming out with this 9 of Wands, it is very much Sagittarian energy that I'm sensing inside of this card. It is something that it's like a personal success story. It's an achievement that you've arrived at. It's almost like you've in the external let go of one burden, or maybe you've allowed yourself to be in that reset energy. You give yourself the ability to start again tomorrow kind of feeling comes through there. It really took a lot of energy for you to balance on the inside. You needed to have a good hard look at what you were thinking about, what you were maybe programming yourself with, what kinds of TV shows, what kinds of things you were focusing on in YouTube, what kinds of subscriptions you had. I mean, it's the energy of being very much connected energetically to a lot of different places, but ultimately I feel like you come to this 9 of Wands through the 6 of Wands, really. And the way that you come through this 6 of Wands, I feel like in this position, in the 9, you come out as very, very proud. You're coming out as somebody who's very much sure of themselves. And so, please, remember that in this first position, you have transcended through the Fool's position. So if you're at the very beginning of the Fool's journey, or if you're at the end about to step through a world completion, I know that that card hasn't come out here, but we have had 2 cards here from the Major Arcana. I've got the High Priestess and Justice. And so with that being said, let's move on to the second card. 2 o'clock on the clock, or the Taurus stop. Values and resources. So your values and resources are coming through as 9 of Swords. That is a 9-9. So I don't know if 999 might be an angel number that's specific or relevant to you, but maybe take a look at it and see how it resonates for you. 9 of Swords as well. Again, this part here is a little bit more difficult to manage. So it's worrying, it's insomnia, it's suffering. So in your values and your resources, Taurus is fixed. I believe that it's somewhat a mutable energy that's playing through here. So mutable energy would be from the air sign, would be Gemini. Okay, so Gemini might be relative, also Pisces, but even said Gemini and Taurus mostly. I get a little bit of a fucus energy here. It is a millipede or a centipede, so I don't know. This card here is kind of like the precursor to Sleepless Nights. I don't know. But I'd be interested to see what's coming through next, because if you're able to ground through this energy, if you're really able to hold on to what you've got going on here, a 9-9 tells me that there has been somewhat a personal ascension. And I did forget, we did have 9 cups on the inside. So 9 Wands, 9 Swords, 9 Cups. On the inside, I can say here and now, the inner child work that you have done to heal, or the way that you've been able to show up for your inner child, it's like the divine feminine aspect of your reality is coming online. You've chosen to heal that aspect of your inner child, so then now you're even embodying more and more this balanced, fair energy. The ability to see what needs to be done and move forward and do it. You are moving into this experience with your intuition intact. You've even got this eternal sort of cross experiential energy about you with this peacock card here, the Six of Wands. I feel like you're somebody who is maybe been here a few times before. Your lifetime count might be high and your return to this experience might be low. I'm not sure if that's something that you subscribe to fully, so that might be for someone specific. I feel though that the person that this message is for is connecting with this already on a mental plane. They're connecting with this on a mind plane, and even their spirit is somewhat moving them, telling them to continue listening. And obviously, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Please discard the rest. Leave the message for somebody else. And isn't that fantastic? So on the end of 999, after you express yourself with so much healing insight, I literally have so much freaking buzzing in both of my ears right now. The Hobbit, J.R. Tolkien might be relevant. New Zealand might be relevant to somebody. I don't know. There is a portal. There is a 999 portal. I think we're too late in the year, but there is a doorway. There is a doorway that this collective went through. For whoever this message is for, the doorway was on the back of you actually walking through the full energy and giving yourself the choice to actually choose enlightenment or collective experience. And so you may have taken this year seriously. You may have taken this year seriously indeed, because I'm not seeing 9 Pentacles here, which would give me that whole Virgo aspect, the Hermit energy as well. And if the Hermit appears in this reading, I feel like that's a fully integrated level of ascension with your 9. So you are ready to experience the collective at the way that you have been expressing. Please, Spirit, make me make sense. You are on a journey that people may be watching or people may be perceiving to be a journey that does reflect that of a 0 full, a 0 point full. But I believe that you are a 22 point. See? The Fool and the World. You're a 22 point fool. You are somebody who is able to integrate messages at the speed of your thinking. You integrate your reality. You integrate your thoughts into your reality in a way that your reality begins to reflect it quicker and quicker and quicker. It's because you've done this internal healing. You actually are somebody who recognizes themselves in the astral. You're somebody who recognizes yourself even within the collective experience. You know what energy you bring to the table, and so you know what energy you meet outside in the world, literally. So at 3 o'clock at the Gemini stop, we have the communication and learning position. 3rd house here, right? This card is the World. This card here gives me Pisces with the yin-yang energy. Also, Pisces is the end of the wheel. But here, we're at a 3. So if we're at the end of the wheel, all it took was for you to ascend and integrate your lower self, your current self, and your higher self. Understanding that they are all part of the same one. As an ice cube is literally the same chemical structure as, no, structure's different, that's what's different, but same chemical compounds within an ice cube of water, a puddle of water, and mist. It's all chemically water, H2O. It's just in different forms, right? It's in different field states. And so you can operate from a lower self perspective if you so choose. The rate at which you will encounter this circle, this closed circle of the full energy to the world, is up to you. You can choose to continue going through cycles. You can choose to continue going through lessons of karma, which will continue to teach you what you need to learn, what your soul needs to learn, so that you can integrate messages at a better rate for you, whatever it is. But if you choose to go through this portal here and now, the rest of the reading will unfold. It does require you to take on board a big part of intuition. Take a look inside and see what is resonating with me and what isn't resonating for me. And then take it away, take it to your spiritual closet, and allow yourself to be reminded by even maybe your ancestors, with the Six of Swords coming out. The Six of Pentacles coming out next. 3, 6, 9, the moose drank wine, the mind choke, the dope, and it all went to heaven in a little rowboat. Yeah, 3, 6, 9, the do dan da 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 do 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 da diggy do do da do 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 do. Okay, moving forward. At 4 o'clock on this clock, we have the home roots, emotional foundation, right? This is Cancer energy at this point. So this is the house of Cancer. This is the house where we really dig deep and we look at our emotions. Now, when the Queen of Swords is in the foundation on the inside, it means that we've found stability on our internal by finally bringing peace to our mind, finally bringing peace to our thoughts, allowing ourselves to unburden ourselves with the burdens of other people, literally, and only carry that which is for us, literally, so that then we can move into the collective and we can interact with the collective how we feel, how we want to. We can interact with the collective from a pentacle perspective, from a place of abundance, from a place of plenty. At this Cancer point, I will say, the more energy that you're able to expel here, the better the turn of the wheel will feel. When you are able to lay down the burdens of the past, when you're able to lay down the burdens of others, or even your own personal burdens, when you're able to move away from this energy and really let yourself sit inside of the Nine of Wands energy that is presenting at the external part of this, at the very beginning of the external of this wheel, you literally allow this 6 to 9 kind of experience to continue through. So then you're going 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9, 6, 9 world. When you cycle through that way, you're energetically giving to your future, to your past, to your present self, all at the same time. And what I'm talking about there is, if you're aware of the collective and the way that potentially so many different religions eventually encounter reincarnation, and then there's just like general consensus that maybe reincarnation is a vibe. Anyway, once you understand that you are living in a world that is literally fully energetically consisting of everything that is inside this world, you begin to live inside of a different experience. You begin to realize that the things that you leave behind may not only be for your children or for your family members, but they may actually be for your next lifetimes. They may actually be useful for you when you come back from going through this portal and you reintegrate as a 6 into your new lifetime just before reaching a 7, right? So you're still asserting yourself, you're still trying things. I might add that throat chakra, crown chakra might be important, heart chakra as well. Make sure that your emotional foundations are solid. Make sure that you know how to emotionally regulate yourself so that nothing really can tip or sway you. Make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into, right? It is a collective experience after all. We don't exist as, or within a vacuum, we exist as part of a collective. We are all inside of the same vacuum, so we really should start acting like it, treating each other like it, interacting with each other like it. Ultimately, the energy that someone has to work through is something that's going to be felt across the collective field, the quantum field. Literally, everybody that's vibing in the same vibration has to go through the same lessons until they all ascend. Whether individually, I don't know if that's a vibe that can happen. Otherwise, I'm seeing 12 houses trying to ascend constantly, and sometimes it looks like a set of stairs with 12 individual steps going to different levels. But that's not the way that we elevate. We elevate through harmony. We elevate through being more diplomatic with our time, with our energy, and making sure that everybody gets a chance to sit at the table, especially if they're hungry, especially if they're sick, especially if they need something that they can't procure for themselves. We need to be coming to the table with this balanced fairness, and it can only come by emotionally regulating yourself. It's not anybody's responsibility to look after you, especially once you're an adult. There's no deciding how people treat you, especially if you're not interpreting how you're treating others, right? When we come to the table and we express energy that is fair, that is balanced, that is just, it's like this internal lesson of the justice card actually presents itself. And then on the outside, it looks like a double justice. So you get justice on the inside, you get this internal victory, and then you keep moving through this internal victory and all the way make it a new one on the outside. So you go from victory to victory. You don't stop anywhere. Cancer, whatever it is that you're bringing to the table, you've nurtured it. You've absolutely been sensitive to what's coming, and you've protected what you need to protect. In the here and now, pass the torch over to your Capricorn counterparts and allow them to show us what the rest of the way looks like. Because for the most part, Cancer, thank you for interacting the way that you have. You've literally done enough work inside your experience, even Geminis. You're opening up new worlds and potentials that maybe we haven't experienced before. But yeah, I will go on. In the next position, the 5 o'clock stop is Leo, creativity, pleasure, and heart. And now that is very interesting that the Cancer identifier card comes out one position later. Interesting. So the Leos at the table are bringing a strong sense of self-awareness. They're bringing a strong sense of determination. They're bringing a determination that probably only the Leos could bring. It's like the roaring of the lion is happening, and that's what's getting the sphinxes moving. It's like you give a command and it moves. The command comes on the back of you experiencing your Queen of Swords, High Priestess energy on the inside. You actually integrated these lessons and allowed yourself to move forward into your reality in a way that you wanted to. You moved away from things that weren't serving you. You moved towards the things that you wanted. You allowed yourself to become, you allowed your life really to become the vehicle for your own joy, for your own success. And so really, you moving through reality, you moving through the way that you want to, expressing yourself as you desire to. Again, I will say that this card here responds to Cancer. So Cancer energy, literally nurturing, sensitive, protective. It's the energy as well of action, initiative, and leadership coming through here again. So whatever the Cancers have been doing, the Leos are obviously embodying as well. Maybe the Leos have embodied this and that's how they're moving the whole wheel forward. I don't know. Maybe Leos and Cancers are working together to achieve something. Either which way, you're going to be able to use your own intuition to get the messages that you need to receive from this. And remember, don't carry the burdens of others, just carry the messages that are for you. If you're carrying anything for your collective, just be sure that you're carrying the right messages as well. If you're taking away from a ordained, sanctified space, it's up to you. It's your discretion. It's your life. It's now or never. I ain't gonna live forever. I just wanna live while I'm alive. It's my life. Do. All right. And so Leos, you guys are passionately moving the wheel forward. You're moving the wheel forward at a rate that's comfortable for you guys, and everybody else better get on board because you're the one that's leading the bus. You're leading the bus all the way. And the next stop is 6 o'clock. It's the Virgo stop, home, service, and refinement. In this position here, I'm sensing that you've come to a full balance, like a full. It's these three cards, the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess, really, that are giving me this sense of Queen of Cups energy. Now, Queen of Cups energy, the way that I read it, is fixed energy, and Cups would be, what is that? If it's Cancer, Scorpio, it would be Scorpio energy here. So Scorpio isn't even for another 2 positions, but anyway. The energy of this card, it doesn't have to be take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Obviously, this is a general collective message, so you need to use your discernment to really figure out what messages are for you. But ultimately, I'm seeing 2 dogs here. So I'm seeing the dog that's in the 9 and I'm seeing the dog that's in the High Priestess. When I'm looking at this, I'm seeing that the movement forward, the way that you chose to move forward was your right path. It was almost like you saw your destiny and you chose to walk in that direction, and it just started unfolding. The reason that I'm saying this is because Queen Cups energy, I don't know if I read it, but it's healing, intuition, and compassion, ultimately. Virgos, I don't know what has happened, but you've restored something within you. It is absolutely restoring your passion. So almost as if by you having compassion for your external reality, by you moving differently, I'm not sure how this is going to resonate with everybody, but please, yeah, use your discernment. You focusing on what was bringing you passion, you focusing on what you needed to, you letting spirit lead you where spirit was leading you. Ultimately, you got to that position of the Queen of Cups by passing through the Chariot. You had to do some work in order to make that Chariot move forward. And so I feel like you did. Virgo, honestly, I feel like you did. And so the consequences of you doing what you needed to do means the ding, 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 ding. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is coming out in the Libra position. So this is the Libra stop on the clock. And with the Wheel of Fortune coming out in relationships and reflection, I will say that good luck is in your court, Libras. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Change may be on the cards for you. You may be following your destiny. You may be following a life cycle, completing a life cycle, living within a life cycle. I will say that Libra card identifier did come out on the inside with this Justice card coming through. So maybe it's something that you have not just realized and internalized, but it's something that you actually embody on the outside. Woo! So, because I'm happy. I don't know. Because I'm happy. Is it happy or lucky? Because I'm lucky. I don't know. I got the Midas touch. Libras are leading the way in terms of what you should do to get what you want, right? So pay attention, take attention to what the Libras are doing, how they're living their life. They're following their passions, they're following their intuition, and they're really letting the messages come through that are for them, come through for them, and they take them, they resonate with them, and they run with them, and they are running in the direction of success, stability, even though that this card here, I perceive it as a fixed energy. So you are in a season of all of these things, but it's a season, right? It's not like you're just passing through season to season. It's not a movie. You can't slip from season to season unless you've got like some kind of access to money and you can just fly to your favorite season and then all year is the same season, right? But maybe that's only for a select few within the collective. I'm not sure. Moving forward, within the 8 o'clock position, the Scorpio position, transformation and power. So this card here is the Three of Swords. Three of Swords talks to growth. Oh, no, it doesn't. It talks to loss, heartache, and separation. So if you're experiencing some kind of transformation after having gone through loss or heartache, my condolences, honestly. Here, take a chime. But if you're going through this experience and you know that you're doing the shadow work that you need to, Scorpios, like I know that you guys can shed skins like no other. Like you literally can move through situations like a cardinal, right? And this card here as well could be a signal for Libra. So the way that you're moving through things is by starting something new. The transformation really is you realizing that you have each and every single day to make yours. You have the same 24 hours in a day as everybody else on this planet, and we're nearly 8 billion people on this planet. And so what you choose to do with your day, whether it be something that people have done for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, 1,000 years, millennia, literally multiple 1,000 years, that's up to you. It's your life, it's your experience, and it's what gives you joy. So at 8 o'clock, it's like the transformation really is, as long as your experience is bringing you everything that you thought it would, everything that you're seeing for yourself, as long as it's bringing you this experience, you're embodying the energy of a Libra, really. You're moving in alignment with yourself, you're being diplomatic with your reality and allowing yourself to be really charmed by the experience. And it's interesting that we move to Sagittarius with the Knight of Cups, on the back of me saying charmed, because literally Knight of Cups is pretty charming. This is like Prince Charming energy. I don't know. 9 o'clock on the clock, the Sagittarius stop. Your expansions and belief. Maybe your expansions and belief are being expanded by a Sagittarian. Maybe you've got Sagittarius in your chart and you are having your beliefs expanded by a Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups would speak to, what did I say that was? Pisces energy. And Pisces energy, yeah. Pisces energy? Yep. This could be deeply emotional. This could be something, this could be a person on your outside that is deeply emotional, deeply feeling, deeply romantic, deeply expressive, deeply touchy-feely. I don't know. Make sure you get a blood check before you get into bed with this person. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's on the back of Scorpio as well. So I don't know. Is this the person that you met during Scorpio that left the heartbreak? I don't know. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But whatever you do, as long as you're in control of your own passion, as long as you're in control of what you're desiring to do, as long as you have given your consent, please, consent is everything for men and women. Nobody should be assuming in this day and age, even non-binaries, but I'm not sure. But anyway, side point. Sorry, no offense. This Knight of Cups energy could be the energy that moves around, could be the energy that stays in one spot. It is in Sagittarius energy. It could also just be somebody that brings spiritual ideas for you to test and weigh and measure against your own experience, right? It doesn't need to be the full 3D low vibrational experience. It could be the exact opposite. It could be you about to meet somebody in your life that's going to actually show you something that unlocks something inside of you, unlocks and heals something inside of you, so that your inner child or your ability to connect to God, source, creator consciousness just increases. It increases in a way that is a 9, and I've already said 999. Like, whew. So by the time this Knight of Cups presents, smells like someone's smoking near my caravan. Anyway, by the time the Knight of Cups presents, it is the Sagittarius part of the clock. So Sagittarians, even if you have been dipping into your spirituality, if you've been giving yourself the opportunity to experience something new, if you're wanting to experience something new after being so burdened, I don't know, give yourself the opportunity to find what it is that makes you feel this way, what it is that puts you in Pisces energy, but in the positive ascended sense. No need to go low vibrational, like literally going to like a club and hooking up with everybody and then ending up with some kind of rash on your face. I don't know. But look after yourself, Sagittarius, or anybody that's resonating with the messages as they come through, right? You will take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The Capricorn card. Oh, dearie me. Wow, 10 o'clock on the clock. Capricorn. Career, reputation. Big reputation. Yeah. Tower energy is upheaval. Tower energy is such conflicting energy compared to the 6 of Pentacles, which was opposing it, right? It did feel like something was going to change, so it doesn't necessarily need to feel chaotic. It can feel like freedom, revelation, or even awakening, right? So with this tower here in Capricorn, I definitely feel like I can say confidently that if something is occurring around the Capricorns, if they're starting something new, if they're stabilizing something into their experience on the back of the Knight of Cups, especially if they're not focusing on relationships, if they're focusing on the material world that they're trying to create for themselves, go for it. Be determined, be practical, do what you need to do to achieve the dreams that you achieve, because ultimately, without you guys leading the way in the 3D reality, or even the way that you initiate in the 3D reality, then the other cardinals wouldn't really know what they were doing either. And each element takes their turn at being successful at delivering a message, or being involved in the way of a message gets delivered. But ultimately, when this tower comes through, it feels good. It feels like you're going to see exactly what you need to bang away from your tower, and you're going to know exactly what to install to replace it. It's like, imagine if you broke a, hello? It's getting really sticky but brainy, but yeah. The tower in the Capricorn. If this is something that's going to occur inside of your workplace, at least you've got a warning here and now though, yeah? But I'm not putting that energy out there. I feel like your reputation is about to take a turn in the 3D world. You're about to get some kind of 4D confirmation, maybe even higher, I'm not sure. But you're going to get a confirmation in your reality that's pointing you to the right point. This is kind of like lighthouse energy. And then at the bottom of a dive, I do want to say that if this energy is not controlled within the bottom of a reef, at a reef actually, if you don't control the way that these guys spread, because there are no natural predators, they can be invasive. So these will kill your space. They will kill your dreams. If you don't keep them under control, you've literally got to decide for yourself, how am I going to consistently move through situations which might challenge me, which might cause me to literally need to think outside of the box. How can I think outside of the box to get out of my situation? Has anybody in my life experienced anything that is in alignment with what I'm talking about? No? Then maybe I need to look externally. Who is an elder or a leader that is connected to the community that I might be able to draw from? I don't know. It's like going to ACEs to sort out your problems versus going to like the bench. When you get to this point in Capricorns, this is a bit of a heavy download, but bear with me. When you get to this point, you're going to see a way out. You're going to see the way to progress to your next step, and you're really going to bring all of the internal lessons that you've gone through. I'm talking about the Page of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Nine of Cups, Justice, and the Fool energy. You're going to bring all of that energy, all 5 of those energies, maybe even the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Wands energy to that point, and you're going to make a decision. You're going to make a decision. Are you going to choose the life that you desire, or are you going to choose to follow somebody else's path, somebody else's journey? And that's what's great about a tower, because it really allows you to test your own personal foundation. You get to see, what is it exactly that is resonating with me? What exactly is happening inside this experience that I need to be experiencing fully, so that I can move on inside the wheel, inside of my life, inside of the collective experience, and continue to feel, express, and receive everything that is for me. No way. Still balanced. Now, Aquarius, 11 o'clock on the clock, the 11th stop. Aquarius, community and purpose. The Knight of Pentacles comes out here. And when the Knight of Pentacles is coming out here, I can literally sense that you are fulfilling your community purpose. If you know anything about bees and you know anything about a beehive, then literally the beehive contains not only their home, but it contains their food, and it also contains their basically nursery where they give birth to more bees, right? But it's a collective experience, and the bees coming out inside of the community and purpose point, it's like whatever mutable energy works out here. What's the mutable for Capricorn? It's Virgo. Virgo energy comes out through here as well. So I know that I said that this is the Aquarius position, but this is Virgo energy, the way that I describe it. Now, this may mean that you are someone within the collective who is somewhat analytical. Either that, or you're helpful, or you're very practical. So the advice that you offer, the way that you offer advice, it is very enlightened. It does come on the back of this tower. So it's like tested somewhat. Tested by your own experience. So other people looking in may not understand, because you've done different things and you've done things differently your whole life. You've been part of the B tribe, right? You've maybe never been part of the A tribe, but you've been part of the B tribe. So you know how to work together with people by this point. You know how to work together with people in a way that's meaningful to you, meaningful to the people that are working together with you. And so you really do leave behind these early sort of stages of legacy when you participate in this way. You choosing to participate with that Virgo energy, maybe even more the sense of the Tauran energy, I want to say there. Taurus energy coming through here at the end, it's like you were able to hold on to the things that were really important to you, give yourself the full experience that you desired, you deserved, and ultimately that's what led you to finding this internal justice, and also the Nine of Cups healing. You ascended yourself to a place where you were comfortable. You knew that you could move into the collective experience and learn more, but ultimately you became comfortable inside of your own experience, and you didn't stop or slow down. You just gave yourself permission to be. And the being is ultimately what allowed you to drop these 10 wands, what allowed you to embody the full experience that comes out inside this reading. And the 12th card, Pisces. Subconscious and surrender. I have the Hierophant. I know that I'm chilling out, but I'm freaking out on the inside. Trust that the way that you're showing up in reality, Pisces, maybe even Taurus with the Hierophant here, the way that you're showing up in reality is so in alignment with your soul mission. I'm very interested to see what the last card here, it feels like you've gone on a full adventure. You've found yourself, you found your tribe, you found your family, you've built your family, you're building your life, you're building your home, you're building your dreams in this 3D reality. And it's because you've been able to either follow something or leave something behind. You and everybody that comes after you has been able to integrate messages of such depth within this reading. And I really appreciate everybody who was able to rewind back to the beginning and then listen to those initial 9 cards. But I will say you did miss out on hearing the remaining 12 cards for the external. And I will read the final card here. I will say this last part, the way that this cycle connects here, going from Pisces to Aries, so maybe we're in January somewhere by this point, I don't know. But going from the surrender to then the becoming, it also ultimately comes full circle. You realize that you have enough passion within you, you have enough excitement within you, you have enough energy within your experience to supplement, to support, to engage, and to teach, and to educate, and to lead, and to maybe even heal somewhat, maybe even unite people from different camps, from different belief systems, and show them the way that you were able to just live peacefully within your experience. Because I'm getting a lot of like higher lessons, and I'm still getting like a lot of ringing in my ears. So now I just feel like I've given myself tinnitus. All right, now, at the very end of this reading, are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Oh my God, tell me, baby, can you see? I got everything you need. Yeah, only a genius could love a woman like a genius. A genius. It's a genius, it's a magician. Around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world. Somebody traveling? Baby, take a ride in my car. You can take the passenger seat. Maybe we don't have to go far, unless you want to show me a lovely place out of town, where we can both feel so at ease. Cause you are the one that I like. Wow, this reading is ridiculous. So the magician at the top of this reading is like, wow, I don't know what to say. 10 wands. I don't know. 10 wands to the magician. You ascended something. You did something somewhere in some timeline. I don't know if you've been doing work across timelines. I don't know if you've been working like in the solar system sort of energy work. I don't know what you've been doing specifically to align yourself to what is coming for you within this reading, or even what was alluded to within this reading. It's an energy of you realizing your own frequency, you realizing the sound that you're making, and you connecting with that on a way that's meaningful to you. It's not something that you can disconnect from anymore. You are going to continue discovering each and every day how connected you are and have been through your past experiences, and just how much spirit has been protecting you through every single encounter in your life. You are ready to ascend beyond a 999. You could go 99.99 if you're ready, but it's ultimately up to you. I feel like there is a many worlds theory, many timelines theory kind of thing happening here. And so with the Queen of Swords, the last thing that I'll sort of say on this is, depending on how you release your burdens, depending on how you choose to release the past and move into your future, really is how the world will manifest itself. So the way that you'll experience the reality is ultimately going to be up to you. What you choose to leave behind in the past is going to be left behind in the past, not because you don't love and not because you have hatred, but because you know that vibrations and frequencies can't carry each other to the next spot. People have to be responsible for themselves somewhat. People have to be engaging with their own reality in a way that actually reflects what they desire to experience after the fact. We can't keep holding each other's hands all the way through, but we can help each other come to the table. We can help each other sit, eat. We can offer each other shelter, but there's no requirement to take on the burdens of other people anymore. We live in a time, we live in an age where people look after themselves, and they really do look after themselves. They put themselves first in all areas. They are almost made to put themselves first. And when they do, the world may have its judgments. The world may have its own sleepless nights about the way that this person is choosing to operate their own life, but ultimately it's none of their fucking business. Like, it's your world. Live your life. Live the way that you want to. Hey, don't fucking run around chasing ambulances and bullshit, though. Like, literally, like a lawyer kind of perspective came in there. And I know that's a really sort of old sort of saying. So no offense, but it's just like, instead of doing something that somebody has done before and you know that it makes money, why not do something that you're interested in? Why not collective? You actually find what balances you out, what brings you joy, and just do it. Give yourself the choice, the freedom to follow your intuition. Literally, we got the High Priestess and the freaking Magician in this reading. You are powerful people, and it's literally like 0, 0, 1, 2. Are you joking? Do we have a 3, 4 on the floor? No. But I've got a 5, I've got a 7, I've got a 10, I've got a 16, and I've got a 21. What the fuck? The way that you're showing up on the inside of this reading, collective, for the people that this is resonating for the people that are still hanging out, you guys have literally gone through a dark night of the soul on the inside, on the outside, everywhere. It's like your insides are no longer the same, your outsides are no longer the same. Everything about you energetically is different. The moment you went through this portal, it's like everything closed up on you, and it's like a black hole almost. And so you translated through the black hole, spat out a white hole. I don't know if that's how they work, but you got spat out somewhere on the other side in some other galaxy, and then it's just you there. So you want to play the game of the gods. You're in your own world. You've done it. For the people that this message is for, you've done it. You've created a world that balances and syncs with you. You've created a world that gives and takes at the same ebb and flow rate that you're comfortable with. Your emotional flow at the moment is very balanced. The way that you're choosing to move forward is also very balanced. Everything that you're doing, when you bring like emotional balance, you temper your passions, and then you temper your mind. Like when you bring your mind, body, and spirit into alignment, it's literally this beautiful energy that is never ending. It's this sync and loop, and that's what I mean. Like really, ultimately, I could have almost finished this reading by just expressing from the Fool to the World, and that would have expressed this full cycle. But it's up to you. You can choose. You can choose to go through the whole cycle, or you can choose to realize the balance in those 3 cards, the 4 cards by themselves, including the 5th card being the 9 of Cups from the inside. Like, what more could you want? What more are you going to achieve? So I guess the people that I'm speaking to now, you are people who are aware of what this means, and you're trying to help people come to the same awareness. You're leading people back to themselves. You're helping people see who they are. You may be somebody who works in healthcare, and it does take a certain type of person to work in healthcare. It's like healing people. I can imagine the kind of tax that takes when you have to be the one actually doing the healing. What I'm talking about there is like an orthodontist. An orthodontist? Is that teeth? I don't know. I meant a chiropractor. They have to literally work their asses off. Like their bodies actually look fit and physical, like attractive, like physical, because they have to do a physical job. Like, and even like tradies here in Australia, it's like they've got the bodies that they've got. The reason they look the way that they do is because they do the job that they do. What am I going on this tangent for? I have no idea. Ultimately, from the Fool to the World, you can decide. You can decide, am I going to do a job, or am I going to be a part of something that has been ongoing, systematically, conditionally changing as the human awareness changes, adapts, changes, literally. As we move on, as we progress together, where are we going to go together? Are we going to continue to keep roles and positions within our society alive? Is this costing us overall? Is this making our society more difficult to live in? Here, I don't know. In certain countries, there may be people who have pensions after they serve time within Parliament. How many people are on pensions? Are they all still alive? What happens if everybody at age 40 just goes into Parliament and then retires after a year or so? Like, what is the ongoing systemic cost for the whole society to continue working the way that it does? And I know that I'm touching on a little bit of conspiracies, but as the world begins to tighten its belt, as we begin to move into a whole different generation of sales tactics and bringing people up and bringing people down, it begins to be a little bit of Hunger Games type of experiment out there. At least within business. But at least business is just business. It's not personal, baby. It's just me trying to make $1 over you, right? And that's why when things translate from, I guess, spirituality to business, it's like where that whole idea that I speak on heaps is... the whole idea that I speak on heaps is... What? I just lost it. Yep, just lost it. So I don't know. I feel like I've read 22 cards. I did get distracted by chat a little bit, but that's fine. That's it. That's the message. You are creating the reality that you deserve to have by you having the thoughts, having the feelings, having the ideas, and really feeding them. Really you choosing which sphinx you feed and which sphinx you don't feed, right? And you can have a higher self or lower self experience on the inside, making your willpower move one way or another, and you will find what you need to find inside your own experience. You are really moving towards everything that's yours, and I don't feel like you're going to lose out. So again, that was the 22 card reading. Please, if you resonated with any of that, leave me a like. Thank you to the 17 of you who have done that. I appreciate it. It lets me know that I can come back and do this kind of reading again, and this is the format that I'm more comfortable with. So yeah, for those of you that did scroll back to the first 15 minutes and then watch the 9 cards, we've just finished the 22 cards, so welcome to this part of the reading. I'm going to maybe have a vape, have a sip of my coffee while I read up on chat, but hopefully everything that has been happening for the good of everybody. I hope that you've all gotten the messages that you need to get for yourselves, for either yourselves or your family or your friends, whoever it is that is receiving these messages. I hope they resonate with you, honestly. This was a big ride in the energy, and I feel like I should order myself some food, but anyway. Have I caught a bug? Nah, but I've caught a hare. I caught a rabbit! Cause I can't help falling in love with you. Take my hand, take my whole heart too. Who sings that? 'Cause I can't help. I'm stuck on that little loop. Falling in love. It feels like Elvis. All right. I said I was going to look at chat, so I'll look at chat. Collective. That was your message. So I don't even know if I said this. Please leave a like if this resonated with you. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more, if you'd like to be here for the next one. Otherwise, you can catch all of my videos that I throw out into YouTube on playlists in the here and now. I will literally copy and paste those again for you. It was Elvis. Thank you, Shirley. And I said, hey, yeah, 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 oh, hey, yeah, yeah. Come back, baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Oh, Fern, g'day. That was, thank you. Thank you. Let me scroll back up to where I saw the thingy that I posted. So I'm just going back up to where I posted the please rewind. Shirley says, thank you. Singing Billy Joel. Dulce Montes liked and subscribed. Thank you so much, Dulce. I appreciate you. I think I said that before there as well. Water flows. Hello. Or will I manifest a cat for? Oh, cute. I want a cat. I miss my cats. I seriously miss my cats. Water flows. How's it going? Yeah, good. How are you? Hope you're having a good night. Just catching up on chat. I just finished the 22 card spread. What's going on? Is this, am I actually online or is this just spinning out? What's going on? My computer's chipping out. Bitches saying shit and I ain't saying nothing. You automatically can't tell me nothing but bees in the trap. But bees in the trap. Bees in the... Oh no! Reggie found a scorpion. Doodah, doodah. Oh, not a scorpion. He found a horrible, 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 horrible bug. I don't think it's called a sausage bead, but yeah. DY Magnus OP. How's it going? Magnus OP. How's it going? Shirley. Ring the bell. Ring the bell. I don't know what I'm doing. I need some sugar, I need some coffee, and I need some water. And then I need a HSP. Protein and carbs, I'm naughty. I don't really follow a diet. Water flows, hello. The ringing in my ears has stopped, by the way. Kiara, I have none left. It's like gone. Michael B. Underreactions. Hello. Because I'm happy. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-bum. Amber Livingston, how's it going? I'm high, but I'm happy. I'm da-da-da-da-da, baby. And what it all comes down to is that everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. 'Cause I got one hand in my pocket and the other one is lighting up a cigarette. Oh, they made such good music. I mean, today's day and age does make good music. Like, the song that's coming to mind is Wet Ass Pussy. I need a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. And it just takes me back to when I used to work inside of a kitchen and I used to literally get the bucket and the mop and then pump that song. Because it would just motivate me to finish out my shift. So yeah. Cara Stevenson says the word intelligence. Okie dokie. Hello, Fern. That was amazing. Cool. Thank you. Cash Cooper, konnichiwa. How are you doing? Kara smiles. Sherilyn, thank you for being here. Thank you for the view. And we're back down the bottom. So here we go. Woo! All right. Is there a list happening? There will be a list happening. I remember if Amber is still around or Pavam, make yourself known. If anybody else would like a reading, please let me know. Lilith with Taurus. All you have to do is put hashtag energy with your star sign after it, and I'll make a list. I will keep going until, I guess, nobody's around, but yeah. Just your star sign, and yeah, It's whatever. Like, it's just literally whatever. As long as you're aware that it's an energy reading and it's not a question answer type thing, right? So, here we go. Too easy. That's 2 names on the list. G'day, Steve. How's it going? I don't know that Amber or Pavam are still here, but thank you to them for stopping in. Yeah, that was it. Otherwise, we can just chill, hang out, talk a bunch of nonsense together, and yeah, I've got hours. I could order my food. Otherwise, if there is only 3 or 4 of you, I could just give you personal readings. Like, I've got time. It could just be internal 9 or external 12 from your star sign point. So I can tell you exactly if you resonated with the within 9, I can give you from your star sign a 12 card reading and then pull a 13th card to see top of the deck energy. It's literally something that I'm just coming up with on the fly. So Andrea, Lilith, and Shirley. I'm happy to do it. It's just I don't know. I'm saying this verbally to you guys because I don't know if there's people watching watching the first 9 or not. Like, I just want to be sure that I don't log off and then people go, "What the where did he go? I was watching the reading and he's gone." Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to. Yeah. All right, cool. Because I've been trying to figure out how do I show people what personal readings look like. And so if you don't mind, I will use this as a sort of like demonstration point. But yeah, not exactly the content. I'll try to leave it at querent, but yeah. It's like, I don't know how to show people what I can offer in private. Like, I know that a lot of people have the question sort of answer sort of variety, but yeah. Reggie, are you alive? Did you get eaten by a sausage, Pete? Steve. Aquarius. All right, let's do this. Andrea, Shirley, and Lilith, do you mind if I give Steve a go first so you can sort of get an understanding of what's about to come for you? Even Fern. Otherwise, who wants to go first? I feel like I should need this, I feel like I need like a spinning wheel sort of thing. I don't know. I joined YouTube and have been doing this from all of the resources that I've got around me. So yeah. All right. So Steve, if you're still around, I might give you the reading first, like literally. It seems like you are, so. Steve was a Sagittarius, Aquarius moon, so I'm just going to use... I'm literally just going to use the deck that has the most description on it for you. That way, later on, I can give you the timestamp. If you want to write down 139, Steve, that's you. 139.39. Anyway, let's go. So starting with Sagittarius. Steve, Sagittarius, Aquarius moon. What is going on in here? There's a lot of energy. King of Swords, Eight of Cups. Ugh. That's too many cards, Spirit. Five. 6 spares. That's almost a full reading, Spirit. Okie dokie. Alright, so bottom of the deck energy that I'm getting for you is the Page of Wands. Woo! But that's interchangeable. So I didn't even really need to look at that. It's interchangeable with other energies on the inside. Oh, okay. So, Steve, in yourself and identity, I'm seeing justice appear for you. So this card here inside the self and identity means that you are a balanced person. You're somebody who makes decisions pretty fairly. You don't really take more than you give. You sort of give an equal give and take kind of thing. And if not, it may mean that you're currently in the energy of legal matters. Now, that's not something that I fully dive into in public readings, but personal readings, yeah, different story. I will add that at 2 o'clock for you, so your values and resources, they may be energetically under some kind of mystery or illusion. I'm not sure entirely how that's going to work for you, but your resources and your value may be something that other people don't perceive. It may be something that you're getting a better hold of releasing, holding on to, letting go of what doesn't serve you and holding on to what does. The way that your values and resources is showing up actually with this moon card. This moon card could be Pisces, Neptune, throat chakra, no, I don't know. Whew, I feel like after you coming to this sense of understanding who you were through the justice, somebody who is presenting as balanced and fair, you were able to sort of realize, okay, so what is the shadow work that I need to do even? What are the things that I can look at inside of what am I reflecting back in my own experience? What am I calling into my experience by operating the way that I choose to operate? Justice is a very high mind kind of operation, and so when in the third position I get the King of Swords, I feel like you might be somebody who works in the field of like law, policy making, procedure making, I don't know, OH&S, something along this line. When the King of Truth, and I'm getting a ringing in my left ear, I don't know. King of Swords showing up. This tells me that you are somebody who operates on a fundament or an attitude of truth. Truth, courage, and mental power. You're somebody who is really balancing the way that you are being perceived or being received by reality. Even to the point where your fourth clock, your home, your emotional roots, your foundation, literally, the way that your foundation is presenting itself. We did have the Queen of Swords coming out on the inside. So when this King of Swords comes out on the outside in your third position, this one being your fourth, it tells me that you're actually ready to do more work if you so choose. Shadow work is not something that is lighthearted and you move into it with all of like the willingness and no cares in the world. It's something that the more you give room to, the more you hold space for, the better that you're going to be able to give yourself the experience that you're looking for. Ultimately, you're able to lead yourself forward. You lead yourself forward in a way that's meaningful to you. You lead yourself forward to something that is actually connected to your spiritual journey, maybe. You've got to let go of something in order to do this moving forward. So I don't know if this is expressing for you as you actually abandoning something, cutting your losses and moving on, or if that was an experience that happened for you. Steve, I'm not sure. Am I going too deep into this? Do you want me to pull out a little bit? Sorry. Do you want me to pull away from this energy? It feels like it gets a little bit heavy from here. All right. All right. So within the Leo position, with a clarifier, the Ten of Swords was sitting there. So your creativity, your pleasure, your heart space. If you're somebody who has an air sign in your North Node, specifically, this reading is really, energetically speaking, that you're somebody who's actually taking hold of your experience. You're choosing how you move forward. You're choosing the thoughts that belong to you, and you're really using your reality to test what you're desiring, test what you're wanting, test what you are wanting to achieve. I did say that that was heavy, but it doesn't really matter because the next card in the 6th position, the home and the service, I feel like you balance out whatever it was that was going on in the previous energy. So maybe you weren't going through the happiest times creating something. Maybe it was costing you a lot more to invest in whatever it was that you were investing in, but ultimately you go through some kind of transformation there. You transcend this level of thinking that would have felt painful, that would have felt like two minds almost, and you move into this space of, I can express myself now within the field that I serve, within the field that I'm actually participating in, trying to refine. Literally Virgo energy with this card here. Also Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But whatever it is, you've brought truth home to your own situation. You've balanced your own equation, and really that's why your relationships and your reflections is coming out as the Three of Cups. Steve, you're somebody who literally is going through an experience. Once you've gone through these other cards, this other timeline, and maybe you don't even have to experience all of them to pass through the lesson and elevate to your next timeline, right? With the Three of Cups, I'm sensing that you're actually in line to connect with people who bring you happiness, who bring you joy. You're going to connect with people who make you feel like showing up, who make you feel like showing up and showing up in a new attitude if you want to, really building your own experience the way that you want to experience it. There's no reason that you need to hide away from this connection unless you've actually experienced times in your past where transformation didn't feel good, and unless you've had disappointing relationships with people, then I don't see why you wouldn't continue on your journey. Walk away from these experiences if you have to. This card here speaks to Scorpio. If the transformation and power is leaving you up at night with sleepless nights, then ditch it for a minute. Give yourself a moment to focus on instead your passions. Instead of focusing on building your finances, maybe your material world, which could lead you into that sleepless night, make sure that you're giving yourself time and energy to actually express yourself. Sagittarius energy coming through with this Knight of Wands. Give yourself permission to express your passion. Have courage to actually go out and adventure. See the world that you want to see. Experience the world as you want to experience it. And then, for some reason, the swords are so heavy in this reading, and I'm getting a reading in both. I'm getting ringing in both of my ears. So, Steve, I think your Capricorn, no, your Capricorn card was the Knight of Wands. So this really, the way that you're choosing to express yourself maybe within your career or holding yourself up in possession, you're expressing right now as somebody who's quite passionate, quite involved with the reality that they've connected themselves to, and ultimately moving towards community purpose. I get the Eight of Wands. Maybe you are actually somebody who has gone through enough lessons in their lifetime that you're going to help people out of these situations. You're going to help people out of being stuck in situations that they don't have any idea how to get through. I really feel that you're somebody who has done the work. You're somebody who is ready to just surrender to the whole experience. And that's why the Seven of Pentacles coming out in your last position, it's telling me that you're ready to wait. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, as long as you're at the right place, at the right time, the thing that you're trying to manifest will come towards you. Whether it is a relationship, whether it is a commitment from somebody in alignment with your own passions, whether or not you need some finances to come into your situation, whatever it is that it is for you, however it is that it shows up for you, as long as you're able to literally control your chariot, as long as you are able to control the way that you respond or react, anything like this, the way that you control yourself is ultimately the way that the world will respond or react to you. So all power to you, Steve. Good luck with your adventure. You've got Aquarius as your moon and you've got Sag as your sun. So yeah, that was your reading, Steve. I hope that any of that resonated with you, but yeah, that was your reading, and we finish at 1 minute 50 and 49. Not bad. That's like 10-ish minute reading, really quickly to do the outside. I need to stand up. Oh, all right. I have a list. So I'm now going to call Fern, if you're still around. Would you like a reading, Fern? I have no sugar. Watermelon sugar. Hi. Watermelon sugar. Hi. Watermelon sugar. Hi. Watermelon sugar. Hi. Tastes like strawberries on a Sunday evening. Oh man, I need to order food. Anyway. I have no sugar. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Outside I just put in my mouth and I'm struggling to swallow and chew them, so. Charlotte, Lilith. Oh, I could order Macca's. I could just get a coffee from Macca's, actually. All right. Steve, that was it. Steve said thank you. Awesome. Oh my god, my lips are on fire. Too many peanuts. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Boom. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. All right, here we go. Fern, are you here? Just do a quick energy reading. I'm going to go back to energy reading. It's what I advertised, so it's just easier. It's also quicker. I'll just get to read cards as they appear. Fern, I think you're still here, so I'm going to use my Orions, switch back to 3. So Fern, Libra, Taurus, Libra, Sun, Taurus, Moon. Your timestamp is 1:56:38. All right. The first card that I'm getting for your energy is the Sun. Now, when I pull your Libra card towards your present energy, it tells me that you're living in a moment of happiness, you're living in a moment of success, you're living in a moment of positivity, your vitality is absolutely at an all-time high, and you've got clarity about you. You've got clarity about the situation. When it comes into contact with the Wheel of Fortune, it feels never ending. The way that we humans have solar panels, that's the way that the energy feels like it's playing around. It feels like it's moving unlimitedly and moving in the direction that you need it to move in. Now, the energy that you came from was the Queen of Cups energy. Okay, so that is 9 of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups energy that you came from, you may have felt trapped. If this is an energy outside of yourself, they may be stubborn, or you may even be feeling like giving up. And so whatever you need to do to balance yourself out until you get to that Wheel of Fortune moment, until you get to this light at the end of the tunnel, knowing that your here and now is all that you really have. So you can choose to focus on the things that have come in the past, or you can choose to focus on the reality that you're living in here and now. Now I want to see what's coming in the future. The future card for the reading, please. Now get the World. Literally beautiful. The energy that I see coming out here did come out in this reading, so I'm not sure if you stayed for the whole reading, but the World does come out as the 3rd card on the external part of the wheel, and it also comes out as your option for, I don't know, I guess you, with this energy here, what is the World? Pisces energy. Yeah, the Sun. Fern, there's something moving towards you in your reality. I don't know what it is, but it's moving towards you in a way that's going to make you feel really happy, really secure. It's not going to be the energy of the 9 of Wands anymore. It is going to be a lot better. Although I will say, keep your wits about you, because temptation does appear at the bottom of the deck. And temptation usually in other decks is the devil. So this could be fear, addiction, egotism, restriction, materialism, but it also could be overcoming addiction, freedom, independence, and taking control. When I say that, it's taking control of yourself, taking control of your own experience. And so that's your reading. Take control whenever you're ready and live your life. Hey. That's it, Fern. Thank you. Energy reading so much quicker. I can literally just sweep through them. Whew. It doesn't feel like it costs much either in terms of energy. I just have to look at a few cards. So yeah, that was your reading, Fern. Steve got more out of me, and I got 2 words out of him. So I rescinded my open offer and it reverted back to the original one. So if anybody else would like a reading, just put your hashtag energy and your star sign, where we'll read from. If you've been playing at home and you've been paying attention, then depending on your star sign and what came out in the position of your star sign in the reading is the energy that we're going to read on. So ultimately, you know what star sign you are, and you know what energy was inside this reading. I imagine being at a carnival and you not knowing that you're going up to a gypsy and she says, "Here, try one," but there's a catch. Like you go up to the gypsy and you take the thing that she offers you, and then you don't realize that you owe them your first child. Ha 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 ha. No, that's not the vibe here. That's not the vibe here. No, you didn't take anything out of me. It just made me readjust my boundaries. That's all. I mean, I made the mistake of letting that be a reading that I offered you and Fern anyway. I was more so offering it to Lilith, Shirley, and Andrea. Just because they've been hanging around for a while. So, yeah. It was more something that I wanted to test out. And then, yeah, it's just personal boundaries, bro. It's nothing against you, Steve. Literally, you did nothing wrong. I'm just learning how to be on this side of the camera, that's all. Like 8 months ago, I was just in a tent doing my thing. So, yeah, I'm just learning to be on this side of the camera. All right, let's do this. I don't know, Anne-Marie Williams. Did you not listen to anything that I've been saying? I don't answer questions here. I do energy readings. So go and ask someone else. Cheers, thanks, bye. I don't want to be for everybody. I'm not a pick-me. Go and find somebody that answers questions like that. I don't think anywhere on my page or even any of the readings that have happened here have been in alignment with anybody asking a question. So, namaste. I will show you the door. If you don't know where it is, you let yourself into here and I will show you out. Blessed be, beautiful one. Go and discover who you are and come back in a new form. Until then, though, deuces. Anne-Marie Williams. Sorry. Oh, not my circus, not my monkeys. All right. I'm going to read for Lilith. Alright. Alright, Lilith. I got 3 cards. I have Death, the Star, and the Wheel of Fortune. What's going on with this death? We've got Scorpio energy with the death card. The death card's actually pretty neat. Very much like alchemy kind of presentation for me. It's very much sort of like the magic and wonder. I don't know, there's something going on with this energy. It seems like there's been the call to be patient with something that's coming to you in your 3D. There also feels like there's a messenger coming to maybe bring this to you. Bless you with patience. That could be Archangel Gabriel. That could be Archangel Raphael. I'm also Gabriel though. To bless you with patience, bless you with growth. Then the 3 of Cups energy comes out with the 10 of Pentacles. So overall, this transformation may have been something relating to your workplace. It may have been something relating to your connections, your friendships, your family. Ultimately, there could have been some kind of situation where there was an ascension of the physical body to the spiritual plane, but I don't know. It's not vibing that way. It feels as though the energy that you've gone through in your past has been 17, which is a star by itself already. I feel like you've transcended through some kind of karmic experience in order to arrive at where you're at today. Whew. All right. So what's happening with this star then, Spirit? What's the energy going on with your current energy, Lilith? Oh, shit. Did I just break my toes? No. My foot was stuck underneath my bottom. And then I kicked the bench. So with the star, I'm just going to go quick fire. Ace of Air, there's been, even Messenger of Air. There's been a communication. It came through quickly. It could have been somebody who was Aquarius. It doesn't have to be though. The Ace of Air coming through. The message that's being delivered could be, again, coming through an air sign. So this could be the energy of Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Ultimately, there's this feeling of moving towards something that may have been hidden to you for a long time, or something that you may have compartmentalized away for a time, but it's this hidden treasure kind of feeling. This messenger that comes through, the way that they come through, they're going to lead you to something, and what they lead you to ultimately leads at the well, okay. And then in your future energy, with the Wheel of Fortune, so much. I get the sun and the moon coming out. So, I mean, you're going to go through a cycle. I don't know how long it's going to take, but you're going to arrive at this Wheel of Fortune type of energy. The energy is going to present for you as like emotionally stable, being able to access your intuition at your desire, even being able to tap into healing energies, maybe past modalities or even modalities that you have been wanting to explore. It feels like experience. More than anything, just be careful throughout this time. Make sure that you're trusting what is happening for you, trusting what is coming through for you, and really resting when you need to. So, Lilith, that was your reading. That's how you're going to move through the transformation, through the star energy, into the present energy of the Wheel of Fortune. Ultimately, you're on a path of success, and you're the only person who can knock yourself off it. So, yeah. What is going on? Just hide them. Just hide them. Let me see. Channel activity. You water flows were in the earlier life, actually. Oh my God, tell me, baby, can't you see? I got everything you need. Only a genius could love a woman like a genius. The genius. The genius. It's the genius. The woman like a pew 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 do do. Okie dokie, artichoke. What's the vibe? How's everyone feeling? Lilith, that was sick. Thank you for letting me read your energy. Thanks for hanging out with us whenever you can, as you do. I really appreciate it. So yeah, lots of love to you, Lilith. And yeah, this was the star card. This is your current energy. I don't know if you wanted to see it, but it's very Lilith. It's very Lilith, like the first maiden kind of vibes. So yeah, your present energy is wicked. So that's you. All right, is Shirley still here? Have I disappeared, Shirley? Is Andrea still here? I'm guessing that Amber disappeared. I'm guessing that Pavam from before disappeared. Amber was an Aquarius. Pavam was a Virgo. Shirley? Andrea? There you is. All right. Gonna pull some cards for you, Andrea. Just gonna see if I'm gonna push to 3, but if any more come out, I'll read them. That's usually what I'll do. And then I'm gonna catch Shirley straight after that. So yeah, no stress. Daphne, do me a favor, just jump back to 15 minutes into the live video. Watch the first at least 9 cards, just so that you know sort of what you're getting yourself into energetically wise. Because I do use the center cards to sort of read, but yeah. Otherwise, if you're not willing to do that, I can give you a quick reading after I finish with Shirley. So you're third in the queue at the moment. Daphne? Daphne, what's your star sign? All right. Andrea. For the highest good of Andrea, please. Past, present, future. Energy. Show me what I need to see to share everything, Andrea. For her highest good. Let's go. They're getting sticky. Okie dokie, Andrea. Da 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 da. Lost and insecure. You found me lying on the floor. Surrounded, why'd you have to wait? Where were you? Where were you? Just a little late. You found me. Ooh, Andrea, past energy here. I'm getting the Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups, Nine of Cups in reverse, not very easy energy to work through, but it's okay. It is part of the past. So Nine of Cups talks to arrogance, feeling unfulfilled, or disappointment. This energy really, it doesn't make sense to me, especially because I've read your energy before, but whatever the situation is occurring here, it may have prompted you to move into an experience of hermit. So this year has been the year of the hermit. This sort of year has been an ideal year to identify what you're wanting to bring into your own existence, what you're wanting to sort out, and really find your own internal light to give yourself the best opportunity to succeed, right? And I feel like you transcend that, excuse me. You transcend the Virgo energy and you really do either step into like Aquarius energy, if not like Libra energy, really, with this Queen of Swords. Maybe Aquarius energy, being that it is fixed. Yeah, actually. So you're going to find your sense of place inside of the community. You're going to find where you belong. I'm going to pull a card for each one just to get clarification on the Nine of Cups. Yeah, Five of Swords. I don't know if this energy inside the Nine of Cups is you. It may be somebody else. So somebody who was arrogant, unfulfilled, and I don't know, disappointing. It's the Five of Pentacles energy. So you may know who this is. It may be something like, it may be actually like Taurus energy. It may be Pisces energy. You'll know how it fits, but I don't feel like this is your energy. Especially the Five of Pentacles. It's like worry, feeling left out, or disappointment. Now, if that is your energy, my condolences out towards you, but yeah, it definitely feels like this was a third party. It doesn't feel like your energy, especially because the keys are in front of your door here with the Hermit. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's not like it's your energy. You've got the keys in it. Like, this feels like the inside of the house. So whatever went on with the Nine of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, it wasn't like, not your circus, not your monkeys. So happening with the Hermit, I've got the Fool. So yeah, you're at this new beginning. You're at this place where you might be learning boundaries. You might be learning how to give yourself some more respect, give yourself the opportunity that you deserve. Starting things in honesty. Yeah, Page of Water comes out next. It's like this beautiful innocence comes out through your Hermit experience. So for the rest of this year, if you can continue to pour into yourself and really give yourself everything that you're desiring, I feel like you're going to have a pretty successful year, especially when you elevate into your Libra season. That's when something changes. And I do want to touch on the wisdom of the owl. So I want to find out what's going on with this Queen of Air. Please, Spirit. And I've got the Star. Okay, the Star and the Ace of Pentacles. So ultimately what I'm sensing here is you two are going to go through some self-realization, self-discovery, where you're going to be presenting yourself in the real world. Maybe you're using the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo placements inside of your chart. I'm not sure if I confirmed with you, but I don't know what sign you are. Andrea says she is an Aries, Leo. Okay, cool. So none of these placements, but if you have any Aquarius in your sign, this may be where the fulfillment comes through for you. You might actually apply yourself through this Aquarius energy and then apply yourself through this Aquarius star in your future. Like, that may be how you continue to spin this coin, spin this pentacle, continue to follow your ambition, continue to follow your path to prosperity, and it literally taking all of the opportunities that can only be presented to you. So yeah, Andrea, that was your reading. Let me double check. Okay. So this energy that you're connecting with here, it feels like it's talking about a past person then. A he. That's okay. Here, I feel like you've got the skills within you to heal what you need to heal, but it's not your job to heal other people, babes. Literally, live your life. Enjoy your life. If you have to set up boundaries that make somebody else uncomfortable, so be it. Your solitude should be worth more than what it costs to entertain somebody that makes you augment your behavior. So please, never shrink back. Keep being who you are and just live your life. Have fun, please. Andrea. All right. That was your reading. Yep. Clean energy, clean energy. 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. All right. So, Andrea Finucca. Shirley. That's all right. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm honest. It's everybody that's here creates the vibe. We combined create the vibe. We create what's going on together. Like, yeah. I wouldn't be able to do this without all of you being here, and yeah, it would be a completely different vibe if I was doing this by myself. But yeah, like to nobody being around listening. So yeah, thank you all for being here. Thank you all for participating the way that you do. Shirley, it's your time for some cards. You ready for this? Splits to the page of air. Let's get you some messages. Archangel Raphael, if that's you calling to attention, deliver these messages to the Most High and from the Most High to Shirley as quickly as possible. For the highest good of her collective, our collective, the collective experience that we share here on planet Earth. Let's get to the bottom of some info. I got 8 of Pentacles in your past. This talks to hard work. I will get more info on this one though. So the way that it felt was present energy. I literally feel, Shirley, for you, because I just know that you're Libra from before. It feels like all your hard work in the moment is going to be paying off. That's the way that I'm reading it. Whether this be inside of your relationships, the way that you've been connecting and committing to the people in and around your world, it's going to be rewarding itself. The experience that's coming forward for you comes on the back of you working together with someone. Now, this may have been you working together with the Queen of Cups energy. So that energy there may have been working with somebody who presents as healing, intuitive, or compassionate. I don't know. But when you work together with this person, that's what's bringing about this Ace of Pentacles. And it's within your own experience. So you were obviously able to glean and grow and develop things on your own time within this experience. And that's what ultimately is going to lead you to your future. Now, let's have a look. What's coming for you in the future? I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a psychic. I'm just telling you what kind of energy might be moving towards you from you being in this 8 of Pentacles energy. Wow. Ace of Wands. Your passions are going to be reignited. You're going to be moving towards things that actually bring you inspiration, moving into fields, moving into environments where you can manifest easily, freely, Shirley. Woo. Anything else that needs to come out with that, Spirit? Just going to double check for flip-ups. 6 of Air comes out against the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Air. So, I don't know. Use strategy to move forward. Make sure that you're checking all of your bases. If you need to go through some kind of transformation experience, let yourself do that. Let yourself go through that easily, freely. Because ultimately, that's going to lead you to your dream life. Really, isn't it? Follow your passions, follow your work, follow the seeds that you've planted, and you're going to get to where you've been dreaming of going all along. Last cards to come out. 5 of Fire, follow your ambition, and yeah, seek the truth in all areas, and then yeah, the truth will reveal itself, and so will your path. Shirley, that's your reading. Thank you very much for hanging out. Yeah, I feel it. You feel ready. I don't know what it is about the energy, but it shifts. Every single reading gives different energy. But yeah, you feel ready. You felt more and more ready as the day has gone on. So yeah, ultimately, yeah, of course, Deva. What's your star sign? It's a failure to launch, but now I'm ready. Oh, well, I know how that feels. Stava is Virgo. Let's go. Let's pull some cards for Virgo, shall we? All right, the Virgo part of this reading today, the card that came out with Virgo was the Queen of Cups. What is the energy of Stava? What is Stava trying to heal, trying to intuit, trying to receive messages for from the universe? Stava, there's a bunch of messages coming through. The key piece of information for you to take away is the High Priestess energy. The message between the High Priestess energy comes from a divine feminine, as I said. The Virgo card from this reading here today comes from the Queen of Cups. So you are obviously working in your divine feminine aspect. You're really expressing as a feminine. You're giving people the right to sort of ask you for help. You're giving people the right to sort of lean on you when they need your help. You're really showing up for people in your reality. That's what I'm sensing. That's why I'm pointing you back to the High Priestess. This reading did have the High Priestess featured within it. So your energy is really in alignment with femininity. You may be someone who's extremely fertile. You may be somebody who's pregnant with like the idea. Maybe you're cluckers. I'm not sure how this resonates with for you. I'm not sure of your gender either. So I'm not going to gender you. But yeah, it feels like you're ready to give birth to something new. You've been sitting on something for a long time. I'm getting the image of a chicken sitting on an egg. It's like you've been sitting on something for a long time. What are you sitting on? You're sitting on energy, potential. I don't know why you're sitting on potential. It's you're waiting for somebody to give you something, or you're waiting to give somebody something. It's Sagittarius, Taurus energy throughout that. But yeah, you've got to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Maybe you do need some time of introspection. Maybe you need some time to really realize and align yourself with what you're looking for. Creating opportunities for yourself that are in alignment with what you're looking for comes out again. Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. That tells me that there is something for you to heal. There is something for you to intuit. Stava, I feel like the energy that you're presenting in is heavily feminine. You're somebody who's either heavily in your emotions, heavily emotional. I don't know. Either that, or you're somebody who's on the path of discovering what it means to be strong within the Cancer position within the chart, even within this reading. I'm not sure. Although the way that I would read that is maybe even more Scorpio energy. So it's like if you're emotionally going through like Scorpionic self-rebirth kind of self-harm type evaluation type period, give yourself an opportunity to slow down. I don't know that self-harm needed to come out the way that it did just there, but slow down. I also get the Wheel of Fortune, which came out in the Libra position. So maybe your relationships are moving towards something that you've actually been manifesting. I mean, if you were able to get your emotions in check, then the way that your manifestation should come out clearly. But yeah, I feel like there's something that you're not seeing. There's something that you're overlooking. There is an instability within your emotions, really. And I guess that confirms with the Queen of Cups. The last card that comes out for you, though, is the Queen of Pentacles. If you're able to bring structure, stability, foundation to your own reality when you're feeling like this, when you're feeling torn between two worlds, it's very much Pisces energy even throughout this reading. I'm not sure, but look, you are the person who's in charge of your reality. You know exactly what's coming for you. You know exactly what's going for you. You can choose to use this energy exactly how you want to, but ultimately you need to be in tune with your solar plexus and heart chakra, even communicating effectively to the people that can help you within your experience, because I'm not sure what your experience is, but yeah, it feels like emotionally or connection wise, the people that are coming towards you are coming towards you needing some kind of help balancing their equations, or you need help balancing yours. So hit me up for a personal reading if you need that. My email is in my description in my channel. And yeah, that's your reading. Thanks, Dava. You're an Aries, Chris Gravel. All right. Let's go. Energy for Chris Gravel, please. Chris? All right, let me just shuffle this properly. Then I should probably order some dinner, but anyway. We are past the 90-minute mark. All right. Shall we do last call? My dad's got a pizza oven. I'm literally craving a HSP. All right. Energy for Chris. Sorry, okay, what's up? I reckon I'm gonna finish up with Chris tonight. I'm getting a little bit starry-eyed, so yeah. I'll wrap up with Chris for the night, and then I'll catch you all tomorrow, same time, well, a little bit earlier than this stream started. If you're wanting any extra assistance, guidance, I do have playlists which you can check out at your own leisure. That playlist there will give you access to the zodiac readings that I do, and the 4 that I did today, or the 3 that I did today, are up and available. I will rename them eventually, but yeah, that second playlist, if this message from today, so within these readings I read 22 cards. So I do my best to try and include majority of the collective. So I'm reading 22 cards to make sure that people get the messages that they're looking for. I try to hit on the collective so it can range anywhere within the zodiac, anywhere within the expression, the vibration, the frequency. It depending on where you're at is where it's going to hit at, basically. And so it eventually, it's my intention and hope that I won't do energy readings at the end of the videos, because everybody's getting what they need from those 22 cards. Eventually, as the page grows and whatever, I'm either going to have to ask people to help me out help me do readings for people, or I'm going to have to start putting some kind of pay thing situation happening there. But that doesn't really matter. Once I get to members, I want to create like a $1 membership. So basically you can access all of the content for that, but then also I'm going to structure it in a way that gives you the access that you want, that you desire, basically. Because I'm not choosing to use places like Patreon or even websites, I know that I'm going to have like a Wix or something like this, but ultimately I just want to do this as freely as possible. And if anybody needs my private time to help them with a specific issue, I want to be able to offer that to you, but I also want to be able to offer that from a place where I'm respecting my own time and energy as well. For the most part, I'm inside of a year of being on YouTube, and so I am learning on the way, and I don't mean to step on any toes if I change processes, but ultimately I've got to be looking after myself, my energy, so that I can keep showing up the way that I do. And so, yeah, like I've started purchasing candle like wax, because buying candles every month, yeah, it's all happily costing me whatever it's costing me, because this stuff makes me feel like I'm surrounded by magic and excitement and wonder, and yeah. So I don't mind doing this, but ultimately I'm wanting to offer these spaces and these readings for people who have been engaging with the content and at least trying to follow the directions, I guess, of the content. I kind of did foolproof it, so I enjoy when people don't make it through the foolproofing, and then yeah, it's good because then I can meet people where they meet me at, and if it's been 5 seconds and we're getting asked for a reading, then it will be 5 seconds worth of energy in the reading. But yeah, I don't really want to be tit for tat. That's why I just need to get better at standing on boundaries and whatever, telling people to come back next time. But Chris, you're the last reading for today. So Chris, let's do this. Chris Grabel. Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I love that. All right. So past energy. Woo. Chris, past energy here. 7 of Cups reverse. This card here talks to indecision, daydreaming, moving forward. What in the world? So past energy moving into present energy is the 7 of Cups moving into 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords talks about worry, insomnia, and suffering. I don't know. I only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Like, I don't know. The 7 of Cups feels like you ask somebody a question and they said no. And then from there, it's been an experience of the 9 of Swords. I mean, that's what happens when you ask people questions. Like, they have the option to say no. And so in the present energy, I'm getting worry, insomnia, suffering. But the most interesting thing about all of this is the future energy. Because the future energy is the star. So there is happiness in your future. There is you connecting to your spirituality, finding hope, finding faith again, and then turning things around to good fortune. And I don't really like the way that the first 2 cards came out, so I'm going to get more information because I'm a nosy bitch. I'm going to find out what this sadness is, unless you want to tell me to stop, and then I will. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow. Ooh, free your mind, and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow. There is no information coming out with this past 7 of Cups to 9 of Swords energy. Just one card, Spirit, please. It's the 10 of Wands. Okay, so literally your past is like burdened. 7 of Cups in reverse and then burdens. It's like, oh my God. Not only were your choices being taken away from you, but also like you were being piled with different burdens. So you had to do, I don't know what you had to do. But ultimately you were in a period of suffering, insomnia, and your only way to move forward was by embodying this Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords? Yeah. Whoo! Whew, Gemini energy with that, you had to be able to see your way through, and you had to be able to see your way through in a way that was actually going to take you through, because when this Knight of Wands came on top, it sort of turns into a 10, so you can complete the cycle there if that's what you're wanting to do, but ultimately, you holding on to what you're going to hold on to, you either letting go of things that are part of your past, letting go of past hurts, letting go of past disappointments, allowing yourself to really experience, instead of that 9, experience the 1. You're the Knight. You've got the ability to choose. You've got the ability to see. You can be curious. You can express yourself. You can use your wit to drive yourself forward, and that's why I see the star in your future. So you do maintain hope and you do maintain faith in the whole situation, even though it may seem a little bit overwhelming. You will come to the sense of self eventually, and yeah, bottom of the deck, don't even worry about it. All of the tools that you require, all of the equipment that you need to progress through this season, through these difficulties, they're going to come to you in the right time. As long as you ask for help from the right people, you're going to get what you need. And yeah, that is your reading, Chris. Thank you very much, Lee. Woo! Oh no, what happened? Reception. Enchanted Star, you're back. Hello. Chris, that was your reading. Do go in more. I'm with the dark and the light. Starseed, awesome. That's it. That's all good. Steve, g'day again. How's it going? That's it for the day. What am I missing? Let your body move to the music. You don't have to ask me to push deeper. I'll always go deeper. You saw that Chains and Whips excites me, Lilith and Shirley. I don't pretend. I enjoy dominance and submission. Within my relationship, of course. But yeah. I feel like sometimes society has changed a little too much. But yeah, anyway. Everyone, today has been an absolute delight. I feel like the energy is really balanced and sorted itself out. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Stava. Thank you, Fern. Thank you, Steve. Lilith, Shirley, Andrea, anybody else that I missed, anybody that got a reading today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out. For the people that have hung out for multiple lives today, thank you so much. I know that on your side, it can take a lot of energy to be sitting there watching something. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that everything's coming across clearly, concisely, and that you can use the energy in a healthy way for yourself, and that nothing gets in the way of you achieving everything that you've got inside of your heart and your mind and your spirit to achieve, right? Because there will never be another version of you alive that has gone through every single set of choices that you have chosen to go through or have been put through. And so you are the only one on the planet with the gift and the ability to say what you've got to say. You're the only one that can unlock your throat chakra, unlock your third eye, and literally access your crown chakra, the 7th chakra. Ascend to 777, understanding in each of the low, present, and future self, higher self. Understand all of this and then just start playing the game. Trust yourself. Trust that you know exactly when to do what, and you'll do it exactly on time each and every single time. So, to close this out for today, if you have resonated with anything and want to let me know, please leave a like, leave a comment. That's the best way we can start having a conversation. Obviously, social media, the more we talk, the more we'll get to know each other. But obviously, you get to know me a little bit quicker than I get to know you. So leave me that subscription so I get to see who's following along the journey. But ultimately, it doesn't matter. I will be here 5 days a week. So if you do want to hit that subscribe button, you're going to get all of my notifications. I will say that I booked 15 sessions yesterday. And so 15 sessions got pumped out to the whole system. And I really hope that I can figure out how to turn that notification off until 24 hours ahead. But anyway, I don't mean to spam everyone. I'm just excited to book things in so that people around my world can also know that I'm busy on certain days. Even though I guess it's not doing physical work like everybody else, I am still sitting here paying attention, holding space, and yeah. So the work that I'm doing because I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to get more out of it. I'm trying to see more into it, trying to see what we can pull out of it together. But yeah, ultimately, the way that this is unfolding, I take my hat off to each and every one of you who decide to join with honesty, with purity inside your heart, choosing to express with this beautiful energy as well. Bless you all. Bless you all in the ways that you bless this space, right? The energy that you project into this space, I hope it comes back to you 1,000-fold, especially the people that help. The people that don't help, maybe don't send that energy back 1,000-fold. Is it too late? Oh. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Yeah. That was the collective reading, so yeah. Thank you everybody who hangs out. Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. I'm a genie in a bottle, baby. Come on in, let me out. All right, Christina Aguilera. Deuces, everybody. I hope you have a good night. I hope you had a good experience. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Make sure that you're having fun. Make sure that you're giving each other time, space, energy, according to whatever you're trying to manifest. Don't waste your life chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the lakes and the rivers you're used to. All right. I feel like I'm going to go to bed after I eat some food. So everybody that hung out, thank you. Let's chill. It was fun. Thanks for everybody that got a reading. Sorry to anybody that I cut off. And yeah, now I can fully clock off for the day and not have to come back for almost 24 hours. Maybe not. All right. I will catch you all in the next one. I will make this public as soon as I log off and YouTube lets me do it, because sometimes it lags. So to the 28 people that like this, thanks very much. To the 725 people that came through, to the 20 people who are watching concurrently, you're winners. You're winners in my eyes. You're winners in your own world. And I hope that you can really find what you want to express to the world and just do it. Just do it with an open heart, with an open mind, and just know that the right people will find you too. So have a good one. Stay positive, stay optimistic, and keep winning all the goals that you want to win, because there's no limitation. You're the limitation. So yeah. Blessed be everyone. Have a good night. See you on Friday.